Okay everyone, continuing on with my 2013 reviews, let's talk about Gravity. Usually the mere mention of 3D gives me a headache, and I was really reluctant to view this film on 3D, but it was my only option, and I wanted to see it in the theater, and it was a hit. This is one of the most positive experiences I've ever had with 3D. It worked, and just on a pure cinematic technical level, I mean, Gravity is awe-inspiring. Emmanuel Lubezki, my favorite cinematographer, shot Tree of Life. He also did the other Cuaron film, Children of Men, which is one of my favorite films, and he's known for straight takes and long shots, and Gravity has some of the most outstanding long takes that I've ever seen. The camera work, how he's able to capture the sense of floating, just really puts you in a point of view perspective alongside of the other astronauts. This is just, it was just a masterful experience on that level. And I'm not a huge fan of CGI, but the CGI that was used in this film works. And I think it works because they rested on the grassroots skills of the cinematography and camera work and built the CGI onto that as additions, and that's what worked. CGI wasn't the focal point here. It's obviously the technical brilliance of Lubezki, and on that level, the film itself is just purely amazing and awe-inspiring. Now, when you get into whether or not Gravity is a masterpiece, there's no doubt on a technical level, this is a masterpiece, and I was on the edge of my seat. It was a great experience theatrically. And I haven't had an experience like that in the movies where, it was gripping and just amazing to see what they would pull out next. And so on that level, undoubtedly it's a masterpiece. However, I did find some flaws in the film, some things that kind of annoyed me slightly, but didn't impact the experience that I had with the film. One of the main problems was the kind of the nonchalant attitude of the astronauts when we're introduced to them. They're joking and playing around, and it's, stupid one-liners, really kind of empty stories as we listen to Clooney talking, about his stories, and it just seemed kind of unprofessional and unrealistic. But that passed right away once the action started, and while that little dialogue's going on, you're so captivated by the way you're sort of floating around and the way the camera's moving that kind of takes a back seat. There's some other things just about, and I'm sure, big science buffs are going to pick this film apart for, some of the obvious things in space that happen and the implausibility of the story. And that's true to an extent, but that did not impact my experience with this film. I had a great experience on a technical level. It's a must-see. Definitely an awesome experience. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. It's Jcrash.
Pretty pictures